Yeah, sure, there's more complexity than that, but the overall narrative is not false. And what I see here is that complexity, the scales of gray are being used to eliminate the colors black and white. Now, if you want to say that there is gray to the picture, that's fair. That's fine. I mean, there's gray to World War II also. There's the phony war that occurred when the West seemed to be wanting to appease Hitler, right? There's a lot of stuff happening in the lead up to any war. But in the end of the day, if you're deciding which side you want to side with, a moral component does exist, and eliminating that moral component is, I think, a mistake and a straw man.
You've said depression isn't real, or it's not, as the way we describe depression isn't accurate. What do you think of depression?
When I say depression isn't real, that really upset the world, especially the liberals, because they all live on medication, right? When I say depression isn't real, I'm saying that because I don't believe in things that can take away power from me. If I believed in depression, I would have been depressed in jail. But I can't be depressed if I don't believe in it. If you don't believe in ghosts, how can you be haunted? You have two people in a haunted house. One believes in ghosts, one doesn't. There's a knock in the night. One wakes up, calls an exorcist, is terrified, looks for a ghost. The other guy doesn't believe in ghosts. Knock in the night, goes back to sleep. It's the belief in the ghost that gives it the power. If I don't believe in depression, I believe in feeling depressed. Sure, we're humans, we have emotions. Sometimes we feel depressed, sometimes we feel happy. I don't believe in the idea of becoming a depressed person who has depression. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's possible for me. So if I don't believe in it, how can it happen?
Okay, again, I think that's spoken to somebody who doesn't have depression. So I don't have depression either, but there are certainly people who are manic depressives, right? That's an actual mental condition where people go from absolute mania to absolute depression. Now, one of the things that he is saying that I generally agree with is that very often depression should be overcome with cognitive behavioral therapy, right? That's actually what he's talking about there, is where you say, listen, my chain of thought here is wrong, and so I'm going to correct that chain of thought. But the idea that depression just overall doesn't exist if you ignore it, for some people, it pretty clearly does. And sometimes it's caused by, tragic life events, and sometimes it's caused by actual brain issues. But to kind of dismiss wholesale all depression, again, I think this one is actually more complex, and I think foreign policy is a little bit less complex than he's suggesting. So yeah, are there people who require medication for depression? Yes. Is it way fewer than the number of people who are currently taking medication for depression?